We're going to start with a modern coin from Cuba. This one is dated 2000. It is a 1 peso of their tourist peso convertible series. We flip it over, and it highlights Guama. Guama, the person, was a Taino who fought off the Spanish occupation, so he is a hero to the Cuban people. But in particular here, this shows off Guanaville, or Guama Village in English, which is a modern tourist complex made to look like the way that the Tainos would, and Guama himself would have lived back in those days. This is going to be catalog number KM 579.2. And it's 0.2 because this one has a coin alignment, but the first version they made this coin, it has a metal alignment where you could flip it like this and it'd be right side up, but on this one you have to flip it this way for it to be right side up. I've been really looking forward to making today's video. These are things that I purchased from my favorite coin shop 4 months ago, and I think every time I go to the coin shop I say it was the best visit I ever had. This one is going to be really difficult for me to top. Let me zoom out just a little bit. We've got a lot on the screen right here. The reason it took me so long to get to this one is I purchased so much. We've got some coins behind the counter. We've got some paper money. We've got so many coins that this is really hard for me to do, but we're not even going to make a video of the coins in this bag because they're all things that have been featured on this channel before. But just to show you what it was like, I still have the receipt here. I purchased 132 coins out of his 25-cent bin. This is easily the largest purchase I've ever made. Probably the most I've ever spent on that was $20 worth in the past. And it just goes to show there was a lot of good stuff that was for sale in his 25-cent bin on this visit. So let's jump right in. Like I often do, I'm going to keep a running tally of the book value of everything that I purchased. For instance, that last Cuban coin books for $1, and this coin from Jordan is going to book for $2. So this one's going to be a 50 fils, featuring King Hussein bin Talal, and this one comes from early in his reign. So he was the king from 1952 to 1999, and this one's one of the earlier coins dated 1970. So on the top it has our calendar of 1970, the Arabic calendar of 1390. Catalog number here is KM18. This one also, 50 fils would be half of a dirham. And in foreign exchange value, this one is worth in American money 7 cents. This visit to the coin store features a lot of things where I pick it up every time I see it, and this one's included. This is a coin from CSFR. Now, if you've heard of Czechoslovakia, when they were on the verge of splitting up to be Czech and Slovakia again, they had a couple of years where they still had a common currency. So during this days, they were the CSFR, the Czech and Slovak Federal Republic. So these were only around from 1991 to 1993. So that makes it kind of hard to find, even though it wasn't that long ago. In particular, they kept coin designs from some of the previous Czechoslovakian designs, such as this one koruna, where it features a woman planting. I think she's planting, it was called a linden sprig. Catalog number in this one is KM151. Next we have a coin from Greece. This comes from the days of the Greek Republic, which lasted 1925 to 1935. All of the coins that were made in 1926, like this one, feature Athena facing the left. And this translates to 1 drachma, Mia for 1. This one is catalog number KM69, and it also has a B mint mark. So every version of this coin was minted in Vienna, but in 1930 they minted these again, kept the 1926 date, but to make a difference, they put the letter B on it, so I don't think that B is representing Vienna or Austria, but just might mean that it's the second round of this particular coin. But then I've got another from Greece. Same Athena design on this side, but it is a larger coin. Now, I will pause for a moment. I think someone had actually written what they were going to charge for this coin on here. And I say that because I found another coin in this video that's going to be just like it. I think someone wrote 20, as in they're going to charge 20 cents for this coin. So that's kind of a shame. But this one is a 2 drachma. There is not a B over the date on this one. This one only had the one version. This one's KM70. And this one books for $1. Now, these are hard to find uncirculated, so if you found this one uncirculated, it would be worth $12. Next, we have a coin from Pakistan. This one's going to be a 10 paisa from 1962. Catalog number on this one is KM21. They only made this coin for 3 years, from 1961 to 63, and then they made some subtle changes to it. So in this version of the coin, we have the date to the left and to the right, but they moved it down here below the tougher symbol on future years, and then they also changed the words Government of Pakistan to say that in Arabic. Now from India, we have a coin that is a tribute to Mahatma Gandhi. And this coin was made to celebrate the centennial of his birth in 1969. So it has his years of life on here. This coin doesn't have the year it was made on it, which would have been 1969 and 1970. But it's a 50 paisa. It has a diamond for a Bombay mint mark. And it's catalog number KM59, and this coin books for $2. Next, we have a coin from British West Africa. This one is a 1 shilling coin from 1938. It has a palm tree here on the back. Flip it over. It has a portrait of King George VI. This one is catalog KM23. And so British West Africa at the time was made up of the Gambia, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and Gold Coast, which is now today known as Ghana. This coin books for $4.50, so this is the first better value coin that I found in the lot so far. A coin with this eagle design is going to be from the Syrian Arab Republic, which started in 1961. This specific coin is dated Arabic 1396 on our calendar. That's 1976. This coin is catalog KM112. We flip it over. And this one is a 25 piastres. It features the... Oh, do I have it upside down? No, I had it right. So this features the Tabqa Dam on the Euphrates River, and it's inside a half of a gear and oats brig. This is an FAO coin because the words on here translate to increase food production in the world. We're going to move to Denmark, where we have this coin for Queen Margaret II. Coin's dated 2005. She was the queen from 1972 until just last year in 2024. This coin is catalog KM891. And as we flip this one over, it's going to be a 20 kronor. Features the 3 lion coat of arms. This coin is made out of aluminum bronze. And it does have some reading to it, so segmented reading, so smooth and then reeded segments of it. So Denmark is a European country that did not move to the euro, so this one has a decent foreign exchange value. In U.S. money, this would be worth $2.79. If you ever see this lion design, it's going to be a coin from Ethiopia. The lion here has its front paw up. This is called the Crowned Lion of Judah. And we flip it over. This is Emperor Haile Selassie I. And this coin features a lot of their alphabet, you'd say, would be the Jez script. This coin is a 5 centime, and on their calendar is slightly off of ours. So this is on the Ethiopian calendar of 1936, which was on our calendar 1944. So there's only an 8-year difference. This coin is catalog number KM33, but I've got another one that is a little bit better condition and larger. This one is the 10 centime. Both these coins were made in originally Philadelphia, and later it moved to the Heaton Mint. So even though it's dated their calendar 1936, they actually made these for about 20 years. So they're not rare at all. There were a total of 349 million minted of them, and the individual year or mint, there's no way of telling the difference. We go back to the emperor here. I will point out this side has the calendar date on it. So those symbols at the bottom are numbers. The first number is a 10. That's a 9, so that implies 19. This is the symbol for 100, so it's 19 times 100 for the 1900s. This is a 30. And this is a 6, so all of that turns into 1936. This one is KM34. Spain has had a circulating commemorative series of coins featuring all of the autonomous regions of Spain. This specific coin highlights the region of Castilla-La Mancha. And since I'm someone not from Spain, the first thing I think of with La Mancha is Don Quixote, who was the man of La Mancha. He is shown here. One of the famous things from his book is chasing windmills, ready to fight a windmill. So for those of you who are a fan of literature, we have Don Quixote here. And then when we flip it over, it actually says Castilla-La Mancha on here. This side features something else that's culturally significant there. These are the casas colgadas, which are the hanging houses of Cuenca. So these are houses that are built on the edge of a cliff. This coin is catalog KM 962, and it books for $1.25. Next, we're going to move to a coin that I just assumed that I had. It turned out I did not. This one is from Brazil. It's a 50 Cruzeiros from 1981. We flip this one over, and we have a map of the city of Brasilia. Catalog number on this one's KM 594.1. And I didn't have the 0.1 version of this coin, which was the original weight of this coin of 7.3 grams. In later years, in 1985 to 86, it was a reduced weight where it was 6.5 grams. So almost a gram less. And so you don't have to get out the scale and weigh it. You just have to know which year it was minted. We're going to move to Italy, where this is the standard picture that appears on all of the circulating commemorative 200 liras. And so this government building right here is labeled at the very bottom, Palazzo Spada. and has dates at the top of 1890 to 1990. So this coin was made in 1990. Its catalog number KM135. This is the centennial of this building, which is Section 4 of the State Council. Also notice that the metal of this coin is called bronzitol, and I'm not sure that I've ever seen bronzitol before. At least not the name bronzitol. There are other coins that they made of that series that were considered aluminum bronze, which is what I would have thought that was, that or something like brass. Next we have a coin from the Ottoman Empire. And I've found this coin maybe 4 or 5 times over the years, but this one's the best shape I've ever seen it. So there's a lot of details here that I want to point out. This side tells us it's a 10 para. And then we come over here, the symbol in the middle is the tufra. And then right here, this symbol right here almost looks like it has the letter D inside of it, is called the reshet. And so there were 3 or 4 coins in a row that were made by the Ottomans that you actually have to look to see if there's a symbol right there. And so the reshet means this was during the reign of Sultan Mehmed V. We come back on this side. So the date on the coin is not the year that the coin was made, the date that Mehmed V, accession date of 1327. The actual date of the coin is the year right here. Looks like a little circle. That is, they draw their 5s to look like a 0, so it's year 5, which turns into 1913 on our calendar. So both sides of this coin feature an olive branch and wheat. The olive branch and wheat. Flip it over, we'll also see the olive branch and wheat over here. This side also says in Arabic, struck in Constantinople. This coin is KM760 and books for $1. So this area of the Ottoman Empire turned into Turkey. I mentioned earlier how there was a price written on a coin, so it looks like someone did the same thing right here. They wrote 50. I assume that is what someone was trying to sell this coin for and not them guessing at what the value was. This is actually a 25 kurus. That's how you write 25 in Arabic. But yeah, that probably is either someone that didn't know better, or this goes back to a long time ago, or maybe that was okay at one point. I think you're only allowed to write on the collectible if it's postcards. That's the only collectible that I've seen where you're allowed to do that. So unfortunately, that ruins the value a little bit of an otherwise really nice coin. So I'd not seen one of these before. Here is our date of 1928. It is an early coin of the Republic of Turkey. This also has a 1926 version that is very rare. And then there's an older version of this coin that had a different catalog number that had the date in Arabic. This one is catalog KM837. I'm going to give this one a value of $3, but it would have been worth more if it didn't have someone actually having written on it. The Turks changed their monetary system in 1935, so here's a later coin dated 1939. This is the 1 kurus coin. These were round from 1935 to 37, but then they changed it to the scalloped edge design from 38 to 44. And this one has a pretty good detail for a coin that's sold, so it gives it a pretty good value. This coin books for $5 and its catalog number 867. Here is the well-worn level I usually find these coins. This one is dated 1938. It's the 5 kurus. Very similar to the last one. This one is KM 862. And you can see how the can hardly even see the star above the crescent moon on this one. If you found this one uncirculated, it would be worth $15, which just goes to show how tough it is. And then just finding the series all together at once. This one at least is not as well worn as the last one. But this one is the 10 kurus, also from 1938. This one is catalog cam 863. And any denomination that was larger than this was made out of silver. So if you could find this one uncirculated, it would be worth $25. I'm going to give this one a book value of 2. Just like the coin we had from Denmark, I'm on the lookout now for coins that have higher foreign exchange values, even though I'm not really sure how to cash them in, unless I just happen to know someone that's going to that country. But here's one from Japan. It's going to be a 500 yen. Now the other side featured a Paulownia plant. This one, of course, has a large number 500 on it. It features mandarin oranges on the left and the right, and then bamboo leaves at the top and the bottom. And the date is hidden in here. This is another country where the date is the year of the emperor, which was Emperor Showa, and that's the symbol of Emperor Showa right here. 5 plus means 50, and then a 9, so it's year 59 of Emperor Showa. So that makes this 1984. There's also some edge lettering on here. We call them Japan, but they would call themselves Nippon. That's written on the side, and then the number 500, and then a diamond that repeats on here. Here's a look at the Paulownia plant again. This side here's the 5, here's a 100, so 500, that's the symbol for yen. This one has a foreign exchange value on the day I'm recording this of $3.17 in the United States money. But the catalog says this coin books for $7. We're going to move to Ghana after they were no longer part of British West Africa. A halfpenny from 1958. First coin in the catalog, KM number 1. So it features Kwame Nkrumah, who was the words at the top, or around the top of it, translate to founder of the state of Ghana. This is a 1-year coin. And even though it was no longer ruled by the British, this was still minted at the London Royal Mint. Here is a coin from Seierstadt, Ireland, which would have been the Irish Free State. So it was before the Irish Republic as we know it today. And it has some of their Gaelic characters around the edge. This is dated 1935 and it has the harp, which makes it easy to recognize from Ireland. We flip it over. It has an Irish wolfhound on here. This is made out of nickel. This was never made out of silver, unlike its British counterpart. The value of this coin is a rule, which is somewhat based on the Spanish concept of a real. It's very similar, but it probably is a better way of describing it as a 6 pinion, or a 6pence if it was British. So they had their own name for the 6pence, which is the real. Catalog number KM5. This one books for $3 in this condition, but this is hard to find. There were only 520,000 of these minted this year. Uncirculated, this would book for $150. Wow. Some of the coins that you wouldn't think about that have a pretty good value are the older, small, low denomination coins in great shape. And that's what we have here. This one's going to be from Panama. It's from 1907, and it's exactly that. It is a low denomination coin, medio, or half a centesimo of a Balboa, so half a cent. And so you don't think about it, and they didn't think about it either. There probably weren't a lot of people that held on to these. This was a 1-year coin. Catalog number KM6. There were 1 million of these minted in Philadelphia, and this coin in this condition books for $10. Let me get a close-up view of it here. I like how you can even read the words that are on his, not a crown, but whatever you call that. You can see the word for liberty on there. So, yeah, really happy to find that one. So up to this point, we've got one coin left, but up to this point, everything that we've seen in this video, there are 24 coins that we went through. I paid $6 for everything in here, and it has a book value of, especially boosted by that last one, $49.35, which is just amazing. This is just video 1 out of the series. I've got a couple more videos just of these coins, and then we've got the coins that we're not even going to be looking at that is really hard for me to do because I want to show love to every single coin that I pick up individually, but if I did that, we would just be here all day. But I also included one coin that I got from behind the counter. This is a silver coin, and a lot of the commemorative coins from Austria will have this design on it, which is the crest of Austria here and the eagle at the top, and then for each of their regions has their own crest, so there's another 9 of those on here. So this is from 1968. It's a 90% silver coin. I paid $20 for this 50 shilling. And the amount of silver here is 0.5787 ounces. Today's spot price means $17.40, so I paid $2 to $3 over spot to get this, and I think that's nice. This is the 50th anniversary. There's their word for year. 50th year of the Republic of Austria, and here is their parliament building. There were 1.7 million of these made, and it's catalog number 2904.1. And there are some variations on it. So this is a proof-like coin, so you see some mirror-like surfaces on the top. Then you have some matte-like surfaces at the bottom. So there is a version of this coin where there's a mirror-like surface on either side between the two columns right here behind the fountain. Then there's a third version where that's also mirror-like, and then you also have mirror-like areas to the left and the right. So 3 different versions of this coin. There's also some edge lettering on here. Always hard to read in the flip, but I think it says 50 shilling, which is, I think, something like 20 shilling. So just, I wanted to also finish with this coin from behind the counter of this silver coin. And so I really like the coins in this video, really like all the coins that I picked up from this visit. But we're not done, so my next 2 videos are going to be more coins from the same visit. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.